Hey y'all, so me and my daughter Naya was having a good discussion about how to properly tell your children, your babies, about their body parts. And so I thought that, this was a good conversation that we was having, so I decided to come on here and discuss it so that we could share our views with you all on today. So what you were saying, Naya?
I think it's appropriate and necessary to explain to your child exactly what their body part is instead of saying little nicknames for it, so they don't be confused. If they, God forbid, anything ever happens to anybody's child, but if something happens to their child, that they know what to properly say and explain what somebody did or somebody touched. It's best to say the actual names of the body parts.
Because when they were young coming up, I would tell her that their little private area was a pocketbook. And what else I said?
A private area.
Yeah.
But anything can be a private area. Your whole body is a private area. Nobody should be touching on your period.
So you choose to tell
So I
children
choose
what
to
word?
tell Chosen exactly what his body parts are.
And what did you call? You told him to
For
say.
himself, I let him know that he do have a penis and stuff like that, and
That's
girls
so
have
different.
a
That is
vagina
so different. Oh my
or whatever.
God.
So
Oh my God.
when
And
if
he's
somebody
cute.
touches him, he won't be like, oh, somebody play with my just something a funny. But yeah, like I was saying, it's just, to me, I feel like that's just the right way to explain to your child exactly what something is. I know it may be uncomfortable for some parents, but you got to do a lot of uncomfortable things, say a lot of uncomfortable things, because we live in a world where people is nasty or whatever. So it's like, if your child know exactly what it is and exactly what they're talking about, then you would, get on it when need be.
So you don't think that saying pocketbook, like they know that you pointed the area and said that's the pocketbook, you don't think that was sufficient enough? You think that they really need to know that
But
it's a
let's say
penis
if your
and a vagina?
child don't come to you and they go to somebody else and they don't do that same terminology as you do, and there's somebody be like, oh, there's somebody was touching on my pocketbook. Somebody's literally gonna think that, oh, somebody was just touching on your pocketbook. You'll be all right. And now that's probably gonna confuse the child to allow this person to keep touching their private area and not saying that. Because sometimes kids don't come to their parents. They'll go to somebody else or something else. So it's best to use the real word for it, so there's no confusion.
Right. You just want to make sure that there's absolutely no confusion.
Because if Chosen don't come to me, he'll go to his aunt. His aunt know what he's talking about. If he come to you, you'll know exactly what he's talking about, or whatever. So, it's best to use the actual word. And on top of that, that should be a normal thing, because that's literally our body part. That's what it's called.
That's true. That's true. So yeah, y'all. So we in a different generation. In my time, we did not use those type of words with our babies, but she do have a point. So I have to say, I agree.